let's go.
It's a pleasure to have you here, Mr. Robert Englund, aka
Mr. Krueger to you.
Exactly, aka Freddy Krueger, the bad guy. How are you? Welcome to Argentina.
I'm having a great time. I've been eating my way across Buenos Aires.
But it's been amazing that you can come to Comic-Con. How do you feel the people in Argentina is receiving you?
Well, you know, for years in Hollywood, when we would be doing a movie, we would give away the Latin American video or DVD rights. And then about 10 years ago, everybody realized that the Latin American market is the biggest market for science fiction and fantasy films. It's huge. And so we couldn't raise money anymore by giving away, the DVD rights to Latin America. Latin America and Argentina and Brazil are getting such respect now for the young filmmakers that are coming up. So I expected a lot of fans at the Comic-Con, and I get a lot of fan mail from Argentina.
We were talking about Willy, your character in V, that wonderful TV series of the 80s, and you were the good guy because you were part of the aliens, but you were good, and then you went to the resistance, and almost simultaneously you became the bad guy with Freddy Krueger. How was that time?
Well, you and I were talking
Yeah.
earlier. I said that I had a hiatus, a break in my schedule between the miniseries of V and the regular series, and the only job that fit in my schedule was this little movie called A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Little movie, did you say?
It was little. It was very low budget. People forget the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, except for Freddy vs. Jason, are all low budget movies with the best young talent in Hollywood, but still very low budgets compared to other movies. And but Wes Craven, back then in 1984. To me, he was kind of like a David Lynch type guy. He'd done two very dark, very violent horror movies, The Hills Have Eyes and Last House on the Left. So I was intrigued to work with Wes.
And how was that first moment? Was it an audition? You talked with Wes Craven? How was it that they offered you the part?
Well, as you can figure out now, I like to talk.
Yeah.
But with Wes, I zipped my mouth. And I had my hair greased back with grease from my engine, my car. And I'd taken a cigarette ash. It's an old trick. And I put a little bit of saliva, a little bit of spit on it. And I made circles under my eyes. Now, I don't have to do that anymore. But I was young and brown. I had long blonde hair. I was a surfer. 160 pounds of solid muscle. So I wanted to look, so it made my face look skinny, made my hair look thin. You can see my high hairline. And then I had these shadows under my eyes, and I just looked at Wes. And I zipped my mouth, and I didn't talk, and I just listened to him tell me all of his ideas for the movie. And I think that's what got me the part, the fact that I shut my big mouth.
And then the idea of mixing, blending humor with horror was yours, were both together?
No, it was Wes's. But what happened is later on in the franchise, we exploited it more because the fans loved it.
Yeah.
Freddy's probably the first villain or serial killer or monster with a sense of humor and personality. But there was a lot of humor in the great Sam Raimi early movies, the Evil Dead movies. There's a lot of humor in those too, but it wasn't the monster that had the humor. It was Bruce Campbell, the hero. But I was the first sort of monster with a personality and a sense of humor. And I had these kind of jokes. You can kind of take the popular culture of the teenagers and throw it back in their face.
Because people felt like an empathy, and they feel like they love Freddy Krueger, despite the fact that he's a bad guy.
Well, they love Freddy's the logo. I don't think anybody wants to be Freddy, but he's the logo of the experience. The movies really are about the strong girl, the survivor girl. They're not about Freddy. They're about the strong girl surviving Freddy. Freddy being the symbol of all the evil and the loss of innocence that happens in society. if you look at the adults, the parents in all of the nightmare movies, they're all very flawed. You know, they take too many pills, or they drink too much, or they're divorced and they don't love their children. So, and this is the loss of innocence for the Elm Street kids.
And what is the most frequent nightmare that Robert Englund has?
My nightmare. Are you an actress? This nightmare about I had this nightmare about forgetting my lines, and it might be a play I did 20 years ago. It could be a play, Shakespeare, or a comedy, a play that we all know that I did, West Side Story, forgetting my song lyrics. But I still have that nightmare. I'll be laying in bed, and my heart will be beating, and I have to have this little voice say, "Robert, you're not doing that play anymore. You don't have to worry about doing Godspell anymore. That play's over. You're not doing Merchant of Venice anymore." And that's the nightmare I have, the worst one.
Well, thank you very much, Robert, for being here in Comic-Con and having us with you and let us talk to you and everything. We're very happy to have you.
Thank you.